Let's get good. Welcome to what I'm calling Shooting from the Hip. Yesterday, Bethesda Game Studios put out a letter to all would-be Fallout 76 participants. I'm going to go ahead and read that letter to you guys right now, and then we're going to talk a little bit about it, because my messages have been blowing up in Twitter since I responded to this, and my response shouldn't have elicited that much of a reaction, but we'll get there. Here we go. So this is from Bethesda Game Studios to all of the potential Fallout 76 gamers. As a development studio, we've taken a lot of journeys. We've tried not to repeat ourselves, yet all our games have a similar DNA. In 2015, we decided to try something very new and very scary for us. Take one of our worlds and make it online only. Once the idea of Fallout Online survival games stuck, there was no turning back. But still some worrying questions. Will people want this from Fallout? Will they want it from us? How the hell are we going to make this? And what exactly is this? That's a very important question. This is an aside. That is a very important question and the crux of this entire video. Since that time, we've grown to 4 studios across North America and built a game world 4 times the size of our last. We developed all new technologies and services while bending older technology to do things we didn't think it could do. We pushed ourselves in new ways that surprised even us. Our worlds, whether it be Fallout, Elder Scrolls, or coming Starfield, are important places to us. That is an important point to me. Remember that sentence. We do everything we can to treat them with care. We know they mean just as much to you. That the time you spend in them is important, and you want each time you experience one to be special and all it can be. And that, with Fallout 76, you too are left wondering, what exactly is this? And the answer to that question, more than any game we've made, is... That's Twitter blowing up right there again. Sorry, let me start back at the beginning of that sentence. And the answer to that question, more than any game we've made, is... that's up to you. I'm going to finish the letter, but I could stop right there, to be honest. With our beta starting tomorrow, it's finally time for Fallout 76 to begin its real journey, because it's all of you who will truly bring life to the world. Sorry folks, I'm still coming off of a cold and I just had a little bit of a coughing fit, but I'm going to pick up where I left off. With our beta starting tomorrow, it's finally time for Fallout 76 to begin its real journey, because it's all of you who will truly bring life to the world. Usually, after years of development, we finally finish, release the game, and take a break. With 76, we feel we have not finished, but reached the starting line where all new work begins. We all know with the scale of our games and the systems we let you use that unforeseen bugs and issues always come up. Given what we are doing with 76, we know we're opening everyone up to all new spectacular issues none of us have encountered. Some we're aware of, such as areas where performance needs to improve with lots of players, others we surely don't. We need your help finding them and advice on what's important to fix. We'll address all of it now and after launch. Now and after launch. We can't thank all of you enough for your support over the years and your support while we try something very new. It's incredibly exciting to finally jump into the world of Fallout and experience it together with you. This is just the start. We can't wait to see you out there, Bethesda Game Studios. So while there's a really nice sentiment there of we're trying something new and this is for you guys, I have one major issue with this entire letter, and this is what I tweeted. In fact, I'll even pull the tweet up and read it to you guys just to clarify what exactly I said, because people got immediately offended by what I said, and what I said wasn't actually an attack on the game in any way. It was an attack on this letter. I have a very, very big issue with one thing in this letter, and that is that where it says, and that with Fallout 76, you two are left wondering, what exactly is this? And the answer to that question, more than any game we've made, is, that's up to you. Hold on. So what you're saying is that Fallout 76 as a game project's direction was to be whatever I want it to be. So what you're saying is that if Fallout 76 happens to be And this is exactly what I said in the tweet. I'm just going to read the tweet, and you guys can tell me whether you agree or not, and I'll go into some detail and explain what I was trying to say, since people didn't seem to understand. My response was, player choice is not an excuse for putting together a game with very little actually tying it to the core lore of the game worlds that matter so much to you. This reads to me like shaking off of any responsibility for whether or not this is simply a multiplayer cash grab. So, I didn't say that Fallout 76 is a multiplayer cash grab. To be clear, because a ton of people responded to that and were very angry and upset with me for even saying that, the reality is, until the game releases, we won't know whether this is just a cash grab or not. However, what we do know is that this is kind of an excuse, right? They're basically saying, if this is a cash grab, if Fallout 76 is blatantly a cash grab, it's only because we gave you what you wanted, guys. It's only because we gave you true player choice. Which to me sounds a lot like EA and other companies saying, well, loot boxes are player choice, and by you asking us to take out this obviously disguised gambling system, you're removing player choice. Now come on, y'all. Come on. You guys know better than that. I know better than that. We all know better than that. So if you're one of the people who came to this channel because you saw my tweet and you got angry, please understand, I'm not attacking you. I'm not even really attacking Fallout 76. I am attacking the letter from Bethesda that is essentially a very carefully worded way of saying, if this game turns out to be a cash grab and flops, it's only because we tried something new and gave the gamers what they want. So now I want to ask you all a question. If you're a Fallout fan, what is it that you want from Fallout? Do you want running around and scavenging gear and shooting things? Or do you want a rich, developed game world with interesting characters, interesting locales, and interesting decisions to be made that you would never experience in real life? Because to me, that's what Fallout is. Now, Fallout can be something different to everyone, and that's fine. But what Fallout isn't is an excuse. It's not just something that you pop out there and go, oh, we were trying something new, guys, and it's okay because our goal was to let you decide what the game is. Nobody builds games like that. They didn't sit down at Bethesda Game Studios and go, I think we should build a game and the entire focus should be on letting the players decide what the game is. That's not what they did. They sat down, like they very clearly said here, Fallout Online survival game. And they decided this 3 years ago. I wonder what was going on in gaming 3 years ago. Oh, wait, that was the boom of all the online survival games, right? That's when everybody and their mother was releasing an online survival game. So obviously they're not chasing a trend with this. I mean, it's Bethesda, so it took them 3 years to get to that trend, but obviously they're not chasing a trend. Now, whether they're chasing a trend, whether this is a shameless cash grab that defaces Fallout as a franchise or not, that's up to you. But what's clearly said in this letter, clearly, I swear I speak English sometimes, guys. I keep choking on the cough in the back of my throat from getting over this cold. Anyways, my point is simply that player choice is not the reason that Fallout 76 will be Fallout 76. Fallout 76 will be Fallout 76 because Bethesda sat behind closed doors and made a lot of decisions about Fallout 76. And I want to point out a couple of other interesting things here because people are failing to see some of the larger pictures to what Fallout 76 really is. I see people saying, well, they have to pay to support the servers. Okay, so let me be very, very clear to you about how server communications work. It's just text being shot to text. It requires a lot of processing, sure, but it's not all that expensive. And the reality is that Fallout 76 will, whether intentionally or not, depending on your opinion, it will make enough off microtrans to easily support the servers that they're going to be running and make them a hefty profit in the meantime. But the bigger question is, did Fallout 76 need to be hosted on Bethesda servers? No, I guess it didn't. I mean, all these other survival games out here are hosted by people on their own servers. Fallout 76 could have been done exactly the same way. So why isn't Fallout 76 done that way? Could it be anything to do with the fact that Bethesda wants Fallout 76 on the Bethesda launcher? Could it have anything to do with the fact that Bethesda would like all of your mods in Fallout 76 to come directly from their Creators Club? Could it have anything to do with the fact that they make money off of those Creator Club mods? And this is the place where people say, well, mods are optional, you don't need mods, yada yada yada. Cool, great story, love the idea. You tell me an online survival game you've played where people don't mod it. I honestly can't think of many. I mean, Ark, everything has mods now. And that's fine. Maybe you don't need to mod Fallout 76. That's absolutely fine. But there's another part of this letter that I want people to be very clear on. We all know the scale of our games and the systems we let you use, that unforeseen bugs and issues always come up. Really? So let me ask you guys a question. Have you ever played a previous Bethesda game and found some ridiculously game-breaking bug that's still in 3 years after launch and you don't know why? I'll tell you why. Because everybody is fine because the unofficial patch already dealt with that. So Bethesda is admitting that Fallout 76 is potentially going to be just as bug-ridden as all their other games, which is fine because there'll be an unofficial patch for that. The problem is, you'll now have to buy that unofficial patch off of the Creators Club. So let me ask you a question. How does it feel to pay for a broken product and then pay for the fix to it? Now, is that going to happen 100% for sure? No. Is it entirely possible? Yes. And that's why I'm not calling the game a flat-out cash grab right now. All I'm saying is that if the game does turn out to be a cash grab, and if the audience for it dries up because it's an obvious cash grab like that, player choice is not the reason Bethesda game works. You are the reason. You made decisions. Accept responsibility for those decisions, and I won't fault you for making them. What I will do, though, is argue with you if you try to say that player choice is a shield that you can put up to explain why it was okay for you to take a franchise that has primarily been a single-player, world-based experience and turn it into a multiplayer survival romp. You say you're going in new directions, I say you are losing what makes Fallout Fallout. But that's my opinion, and that's not fact. What is fact is that if this game fails or succeeds, it will be solely the responsible of Bethesda Game Studios and not player choice. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and hit that like button. If you want to see more, hit subscribe. If you enjoyed this little chat and want to see more stuff like this, let me know in the comments. And by all means, follow me on Twitter @GamerUnderDev. Feel free to like my tweet, it's pinned. Or even better, if you don't like it, feel free to comment. There are tons of people commenting, and the best part about this is, I personally am not responding to very many of the tweets, because most of them are just personal insults. In fact, the personal insults are the only ones I'm responding to, and it's honestly just for my own entertainment, because I don't know you. If you want to insult me, you want to call me... Hold on, I'm trying to remember the list of insults here. If you want to call me a cuck, or a weird bearded fuck, or whatever else you want to insult me and come up with. By the way, I suck at video games too. Newsflash, everybody that's watched the channel, you didn't know that. If that's what you want to do, you just want to fling personal insults, be my guest, I don't care. I don't know you people personally, so if you insult me, it doesn't really matter all that much to me. However, at the same time, it is important that we have open and non-aggressive dialogues about this. Like, it's okay to just talk about this. We don't have to attack each other. It doesn't have to be people on two sides of a fence shooting. What it should be is all of us discussing whether we want to raise the arms and shoot at the people who made the decisions, not shooting at each other because the decision is now our fault. Understand what I'm saying here, guys? I'm just trying to look out for y'all. Thanks for watching again. I will see you next time. Peace!